Yeah, so these past 24 hours has been pretty rough. Um, Pretty sure everyone has seen on the news, ABC, ESPN, all the sports channel, all the local news. Um, Kobe Bryant and his daughter uh, passed away in a helicopter accident on January 26th. Um, Forgot the time, but it was like in the morning, afternoonish. Man, it's and also I believe seven other people. So originally they said five total people, but I guess it was nine. So in those nine was including Kobe and his daughter. They were going to a basketball game for his daughter's basketball game, and they don't know what the cause of it was, but I mean we'll find out in the next week, in these next 7 days or so. But it's crazy. I didn't really know how to handle the news. Um, my family knows, my all my close friends knows that I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. Like I'm just a huge Kobe Bryant fan. I'm not sure if I mentioned it here, but like he's my idol. I mean, I mentioned Gary Payton's my favorite player. Kobe is also on there. But Kobe was my Michael Jordan's generation. Even though I was born when Michael Jordan was in the NBA and stuff, but um, to really comprehend basketball, it was through Kobe, and I'm just a huge fan of him. He's my hero. Um, he's the reason why I I loved watching the Lakers. It was because of him, and people know that, like, I got his jerseys and everything like that, NBA jerseys, high school jerseys. I'm just a huge fan. Um, I never I never argued about other people being the GOAT or this and that. I just let people talk, and I just stayed with Kobe. I'm just a Kobe fan. So when the news yesterday struck, I didn't really know how to react. I was just so numb. I just laid in bed. I was in bed watching a movie, getting ready to watch the Pro Bowl, and I'm online and I see the news that the TMZ posted that Kobe Bryant died, and I was like, this has got to be a troll. And the thing is, TMZ doesn't really do that, even though TMZ is kind of like that gossip kind of thing that people listen to, but they wouldn't fake those type of news. But I deep down I wanted it to be a troll, and I didn't say anything. I didn't text anybody because I wanted to wait and see what local news said, other news said. And a buddy of ours, Gene, he posted on our group chat, saying this Kobe Bryant news can't be true. And then I messaged. I was like, wait. I was like, don't. I was like, we won't say anything. Just let's wait and see what happens. And then John posted. John posted saying that, yeah, it's a joke, and he's like, it's a joke. Laugh out loud. And I was like, this is not the time to be laughing or making a joke, because I was hoping wasn't true. And I waited a couple more minutes, and then the New York Post posted it. The LA Times were investigating it. And so I was like, shit, this could be real until it's confirmed. And, we are just all messaging the group chat. I called Timmy, and I'm like, Timmy, dude, look at this shit. Timmy's like, nah, this news look fake. And I was like, it looks so fake. Yeah, but like, you can't, it's the LA Times. They're investigating it right now. And it's the New York Post. Like, those guys usually don't troll. Yeah, so I was like, you can't, it's not true. Or we're just saying, like, I believe them, but I don't want to believe them. And then all of a sudden, Adrian from ESPN, pretty much the guy that gets all the exclusive news, posted Kobe Bryant has died in a helicopter crash. And I sent out the message to let him know that it was confirmed. And um, I just laid in bed, and I was like, fuck, I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to do. Went downstairs. I told my brother that Kobe just passed, and then the Pro Bowl was on, and they were talking about it too, while the guys were playing, or just started. They literally just started, and they went to breaking news that he passed, and it was all over the news, all over Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. And we were just messaging on the group chat with with our fantasy, everyone that does fantasy, and it was just unbelievable. Like, none of us could really comprehend or anything. I don't know how those guys felt. I know they felt sad, but like, it played a bigger impact on me because I am a huge Kobe Bryant fan. I've watched him from day one. And I don't, everyone knows who Kobe is. So everyone, it's Kobe. Everybody knows who he is. He's a basketball player like Jordan. Everyone knows who Michael Jordan is. They probably don't follow him like I do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but to me, it just hit me really hard because I'm just a huge Kobe fan. And, yeah, so I just didn't know what to do. I was just watching the news. I was watching everything, ESPN, ESPN2, trying to figure out, if it's still really true. I was sitting there just like, I still can't believe this. I just don't believe it. And, we were just watching the game. I was watching some of the basketball games that started to come on. They're doing a 24-second shot clock for Kobe. If he wore number 24. So they were doing that for him to honor Kobe. A lot of players were emotional. Kobe played a big impact on everybody's lives, especially these guys now, or some of the older guys and these younger guys, because these younger guys grew up watching Kobe. So, like, my generation definitely knew Kobe. We all knew Kobe. Yeah, and but yeah, everyone's doing tributes for Kobe. It's a great thing, everyone's coming together. It just sucks that it had to, that one of the greats, a legend, passed away. I said it, legends never die, they live on. But I mean, we can all say that, but in reality, Kobe Bryant did pass away with his daughter, Gianna. And news about Gianna is it didn't come until a little bit later. I was hoping it wasn't any of his family members. I mean, obviously, we didn't want nobody to die, obviously, but it would have just been even more heartbroken that if his family was there, and we find out that it was his daughter. She was 13 years old, getting ready to go play a basketball game. She was the one that told everybody, or everybody kept on saying to her, or not her, but to Kobe, like, hey, you need to get his son. Your legacy's got to live on. And she was like, no, that's me. I'm going to live on that legacy. And she stepped up. I mean, she's 13 years old, but she was balling out. And for someone so young to pass away, it's crazy. So for like, I don't know, this is just all over the place. It's just crazy. With the whole world, like, the whole world is in shock. It's been less than 24 hours, or almost 24 hours, and no one can, like, comprehend it. Everyone's still in disbelief. Like, I'm watching the news this morning, watching Undisputed, and it's crazy. Everyone has their story about Kobe, and that's what's so great to hear. Like, everyone has a story about Kobe, how Kobe affected everyone's lives, and that's awesome, to hear, because Kobe, he did affect my life too with basketball. Of course, everybody wanted imitated Jordan and stuff, and nobody could do that best except for Kobe. And Kobe wanted, from my perspective, even though he was imitating Jordan, he wanted to be better than Jordan at doing what Jordan did, and that's fucking awesome, And that's the one thing I love about Kobe too. It's like he's always wants to be better. He's never not working hard, and you saw that on the court a lot. He's always busting his ass, and I'm hearing these stories about him, like, during practice he just even wouldn't even harder. He's always practicing hard to get to play better. And that's so what's great to hear. And there's just no bad things you hear about him when it comes to his ethics. So, and like, some of the stories that you hear, it's sad. It's great to hear, but it hits you hard because he's not here. And I don't, I was a pretty emotional. I was like, I had like teary eyes and everything because I was like, man, it's just so unreal. I've seen people, like other fans and other sports and all that stuff. They were big fans of. Oh, not. I don't even know what to say right now. So pretty much, uh, so, um, hold on. I need a sec. I need to close my window. I'm just hearing these random noises right now. Sorry about that. I had my window open because it's been, I don't know, it was hard to sleep last night. I felt kind of hot because I kept on thinking about it, and my back's been hurting too. So there's just a lot of shit going on. But yeah. So anyways, like, yeah, it's just Kobe. I mean, I'm just gonna go back to it. Where like I was what was I doing? Yeah. So after I heard the news, I was, Jennifer texted me and I text her back, and I was like, I don't even want to be in the house, think about anything. So she asked me if I wanted to go with her to get some boba, and I was like, yeah, I definitely need to get out of the house, so I'm down to go. So she pretty much helped me kind of clear my head, keep my mind off of things. But my phone was like going off. I was getting text messages from like my friends, my family, or just like everybody. Everybody's just hit me up because they know I'm a huge fan, and it was crazy. And I just pretty much put my phone on do not disturb so I can just focus. We went to get boba, and then we went to the like Target. We went to the mall for a little bit, and I see people wearing Kobe jerseys, and I was like, damn, man, it's it's crazy. And I was like, I should have worn mine, but I didn't want to just because I don't know, my mind was just all over the place. And so then pretty much we got done, came back home for a couple hours. I hit up Timmy because we needed help with something, or we needed to move this couch. So Timmy came over and helped. And we were just talking about. We were quiet for a while. We were just watching TV about Kobe, and then we just started talking about it for a while. It's crazy, like about Kobe. It's just so unreal. Like it's just unreal. Like it was we were just numb to it. And like he asked me, he's like, were you like crying? I was like, yeah, man. And, like he knows because I'm a huge fan of him. And one of the stories that I have about Kobe is that I got to see him play on my birthday. That's one of the best. That's the greatest memory I will ever have, and I always cherish because I remember that it was me, Lung, and Timmy. We went to the game for my birthday, and I wanted to see him because we were debating it might be his last year. And I always tell this story about Kobe, this story because we went to go watch him play, and during the game in the third quarter, he falls down, he gets hurt a little bit. He gets hurt. We're all standing up, freaking out, and I was like, oh man, hope he's not hurt. He gets up fine. He goes to the bench, he talks to his coach. I see it, I clearly see it. I'm watching it, in my own eyes. He says something. And so then he goes to the bench. The game goes on. I'm watching it. The Lakers do lose, but I had an awesome time. I got to see my hero play. I got to see him play live, my hero. And then the next day, we went to go eat before we went home. Look on ESPN, and Kobe announced that he's retiring at the end of the year. And before that, we were thinking during the game, after the game was over, we were like, should we buy tickets for the January game? I was like, we probably should try to see him play again, but we end up not. And then when he announced that retirement the next day, we were like, fuck, we should have, because tickets skyrocket. And when Kobe was telling the press or on the ESPN, the press, that he was retiring that at the end of the year, he said that during the third quarter, when he went to the bench, he looked at his coach and said, "I'm done." And the coach didn't, and he said he didn't know what he meant when he was done. He's like, "I'm gonna be retiring at the end of the year," and I was like, "Fuck, that's so fucking crazy." Because I was at the game when that happened. So I'm just so fucking, I was like, that was just the greatest day of my life, man. That was the greatest day of my life. I was like, hell yeah, like I got to see Kobe play before he retired. And I just will never forget that day. It was just a fucking awesome day. Awesome night. See Kobe play. I got to witness a legend play. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's my favorite moment ever. Obviously, I didn't get his autograph or anything like that, but I got to see him live play, Kobe Bryant play. And then, everyone has a story. Like, Kobe has such an impact because, back like in like middle school, high school, like when everybody like crumples up their paper ready to throw it in the trash, they shoot it, right? Everyone always shoots it. Don't know, because it's fun. No, I mean, I do know why, because it's fun. It's definitely fun. But when you shoot it, you always say one player's name. You don't say Jordan. You don't say LeBron or anything like that. You've always said Kobe. you pretend like you're shooting a fadeaway, and you'll be like Kobe. And I did that. I definitely did that a lot, and that's how big of an impact Kobe had. Doing something so like crumpling up paper, throwing it in the garbage, And till this day, I still do that. Like at my friend, my best friend's house, Tino and Christine, they have this garbage can that's automated. So if you just wave your hand, it opens for like 5 seconds, and I'll just count down. I'd be like 5, 4, 3, and I'll just do like a step back and shoot, and try to make it before it closes. And I say Kobe in my head. I say Kobe. Sometimes I don't say it out loud, but I'm thinking of Kobe because Kobe's clutch. That's why everyone says it. Kobe's clutch. So yeah, that's one of the that's how much of an impact he has. Like something so little in this world, he has a big impact, and I just can't wrap my head around it that he's gone. Another moment is when in 2003, I was in 6th grade, I believe. I was watching the game against the Sonics. He played against the Sonics. That was my team. Obviously, from Seattle, so represent Seattle. He dropped 12 threes, and I was like, God damn, Kobe, you're killing my team. The one time I don't cheer for Kobe is when he's playing against the Sonics. And that time he destroyed us. I was like, fuck. I think he tied the record at that time. I think it's broken now by Curry or Klay Thompson. One of them broke it or tied it. I mean, it's pretty obvious they did, but anyways, that during that time, it's just unreal because no one was making that much threes in a game. No one ever did that, or no one really. It was rare to see that. Nowadays, it's not that rare. Like somebody can do it, but 2003, man, I remember that. I remember going back to school and I was talking to my friend. I was like, man, freaking Kobe killed the Sonics last night, and then they were Laker fans. Like I was a Laker fan, but I always had Sonics over Lakers regardless because I represent my home team. But any other day it would be, I still pick Lakers. Obviously I still pick Sonics over everybody, but yeah. So I remember that moment. I remember very well. Destroyed us at Key Arena. I don't really know what to do or go on anymore. I just had to come on and just talk about Kobe. I mean, you're gonna hear it everywhere. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. I'll probably post this soon, but it's it's sad, you know. It's rough. Um, don't ever, everyone, don't forget August 24th. Always represent Kobe. If you don't know why August 24th, it's because it's 8/24. Those were his jerseys, and call that Mamba Day. So, I mean, I say wear your jersey all the time, but trying to keep it clean and everything like that. Wearing that day and January 26th for Kobe. Um, it sucks. It sucks, but you just gotta move on. Um, I really hope his family gets through this. I mean, his wife just lost a daughter and a husband. You know, he has three other kids, so it's it's rough. But um, yeah, I just want to say rest in peace to Kobe and Gianna, and legends never die.